Welcome to Mindset Millionaire. Let me start with something wild. Jack Ma failed over 30 times before he built Alibaba. He was rejected by schools, rejected by jobs, rejected by investors. He even said KFC hired 23 people and rejected him alone. Most people would quit. Most people do quit. But Jack Ma didn't. And the truth behind how he kept going will shock you. Because what he used to rise from failure is not luck, not talent, not money. It was something much simpler, something any person can use, something you can use. Today you'll learn Jack Ma's exact system to overcome failure step by step. And you'll see revelation number 1, the simple rule he used to turn rejection into energy. Revelation number 2, the mindset shift that made failure work for him, not against him. And revelation number 3, the hidden habit he used daily, reportedly, to build mental power. These lessons are tied to real events from Jack Ma's life. And when you hear them, you'll never look at failure the same way again. So, let me show you exactly how this happened. Before Jack Ma became a global icon, he was just a young man in China with low grades, no money, and no connections. That's important, because it means anyone watching this, whether you're in the US, UK, South Asia, Africa, or anywhere else, can use the same rules. Jack Ma's story matters today because the world is faster, louder, and harder than ever. Opportunities appear and disappear in seconds. People compare themselves online. Everyone feels behind. Everyone fears failure. But here's the twist. Jack Ma didn't fear failure at all. He studied it. He learned from it. He used it like a tool. This mindset is rare, but it's the reason he built Alibaba, one of the largest e-commerce companies in the world. It's also the reason millions today still listen to his talks about success, money, and growth. In our last video, Jack Ma's 5 rules to build success, we broke down the habits that helped him rise. But today's video goes deeper, because behind every success rule, there is a failure story. Failures that shaped him. Failures that made him stronger. Failures that forced him to reinvent himself. Here's something most people don't know. Jack Ma failed his college entrance exam twice. He applied to Harvard 10 times, rejected every time. He applied to jobs, reportedly more than a dozen, and almost all said no. Most people would break after the first 3 rejections. Jack Ma kept going after 30. Why? How? What did he know that others didn't? Now, here's where things get really interesting. The first big secret Jack Ma used to overcome failure is shockingly simple. It's something anyone can use, at any age, anywhere in the world. He didn't measure himself by wins. He measured himself by how fast he learned after losing. Sounds small, right? But this rule changed everything. Let me paint a picture. Imagine you apply for 10 jobs. You get rejected 10 times. Most people would say, I failed. Jack Ma would say, I learned 10 things. This is what launched him forward. Here's a wow moment. Jack Ma didn't quit after getting rejected from Harvard 10 times. He reportedly laughed about it. He even said, maybe Harvard needs to improve. He turned pain into a joke into confidence, confidence into energy. And energy is what he used to build his next step. Think about this in your life. Maybe you tried a business, maybe you tried a skill, maybe you applied for jobs. Every no felt heavy. Every no killed your energy. Jack Ma flipped the script. He used failure like fuel. He used it to ask simple questions. What did this teach me? How can I try again better? What did this rejection push me to improve? This mindset made him unstoppable. Now, here's something even more interesting. When Jack Ma failed his college entrance exam, not once, but twice, he didn't hide. He didn't blame his teachers. He didn't complain. Instead, he asked himself, What did I not understand? Then he went back. Then he studied harder. Then he tried again. And on the third try, he passed. Plot twist, he got into a school that wasn't even considered great, but he made himself great inside it. See the pattern? Jack Ma didn't wait for a perfect system. He didn't wait for a perfect chance. He made progress inside whatever door opened. This is important for you, because many people today wait for the perfect moment, the perfect tools, the perfect opportunity. Jack Ma reminds us, you don't need perfect, you need progress. Here's another visual for you. Picture him standing outside KFC. 24 people applied. 23 got the job. 1 didn't. Him. He said he walked home thinking, why always me? But then he laughed. Not because it was funny, but because he refused to quit. That laugh became his shield. His way to stay calm, his way to stay in the fight. And this rule, the learn faster than you fail rule, shaped every step of his life. He learned English by talking to tourists. He learned business by watching shop owners. He learned leadership by failing with his early ventures. Then he built an empire. This brings us to the powerful shift behind all this, something most people never use, but Jack Ma lived by every single day. But if you think that's crazy, wait until you hear this. The second revelation is deeper, more hidden, and it explains why Jack Ma kept rising even when the world pushed him down. Here it is. Jack Ma's never fought failure alone. He built a circle that made him stronger. Most people think success is a solo game. You grind, you hustle, you don't ask for help. Jack Ma did the opposite. When he failed at school, he talked to people who were better than him. When he failed in business, he asked questions from anyone who knew even a little more. When he failed in life, he leaned on friends who pushed him forward. And here's a wild twist. According to sources, Jack Ma built Alibaba with a small team of friends. None were tech experts, none were rich, none came from top schools. But they had one thing, a shared belief. That belief created momentum, and momentum crushed failure. Think about this contrast. Most people after failure isolate themselves. They hide. They pull back. They get negative. They overthink everything. Jack Ma did the opposite. He connected. He learned. He listened. He shared ideas. Reportedly, he even told his early team, "We are poor, but we have hope." Simple words, but they lit fire in everyone. Here's a picture to imagine. A tiny apartment, a group of friends, one old computer, no money, no big plan, but Jack Ma standing at the center, saying, if we don't give up, one day people will remember us. That's not motivation. That's strategy. Because when you stand with people who refuse to quit, failure loses power. Expert thinkers often say this, you rise to the level of your circle. Jack Ma lived this before it became popular wisdom. He knew one person alone can break after too many rejections, but a team can carry each other through storms. This is the hidden mechanism behind his success. Not talent, not luck, not magic. A circle, a belief, a shared mission. Now, here's the twist. While the world saw Jack Ma as a person, the truth is, he was a system. A system built on teamwork, hope, and stubborn belief. And this system helped him survive failures that would destroy most people. But this brings us to something even bigger. Something Jack Ma discovered the hard way. Something few people ever learn. Something that changes everything about success. This brings us to the most shocking discovery of all. Here it is, Jack Ma's most powerful discovery. The idea that shaped his entire life. Failure is information, not identity. Read that again. Let it sink in.
Most people believe failure means I'm not good. Jack Ma believed failure means I don't know yet. That one word, yet, saved his dreams. Let me tell you a story. In his early years, Jack Ma started a translation business. It failed. Almost no customers, almost no money. Most people would say, I'm not good at business. Jack Ma said, I don't understand business yet. Then he tried again. Another example. When he struggled to learn English, he wasn't embarrassed. He kept talking to tourists every morning. He made mistakes. He sounded funny. People laughed. But he kept going because he believed mistakes were lessons. This is where everything connects. Jack Ma didn't rise because he avoided failure.